Welcome everybody. A warm welcome to everybody at Lean Startup Meetup number 6. I'm really so happy to see so many familiar faces again. Looks like Lean Startup number 6 really shows a community in the making. I'm so proud. First thing I should do, I should say hello to everyone from Daniel, who cannot be with us today. He's at StrataConf somewhere in far west, somewhere else. So greetings from him. And yeah, what are we going to do today? Apart from eating pizza, having beer, having Coke, we're going to have a really interesting experiment. But before we look at that one, we're going to welcome our great pizza location, beautiful view and drink sponsor, Use Now.
Many familiar faces, so I keep it very short, my introduction. I'm Lena, I am from Use Now. Who's familiar with Use Now? Who knows what? So Use Now is the startup incubator from the Scout24 group. We are based in Berlin and Munich. We launched 3 months ago in Munich, so we're a pretty small team, still looking for awesome startups like you. So if you wish to be an awesome startup working together with us, talk to me later. Yeah, what can we offer you in return? We give you, as a this beautiful water. So of course we give you an investment money and a co-working space, but startups don't really fail because they don't have a desk, right? And good startups, they can get money from a lot of people. So what we help you to do is to scale your product, to market your product. And by chance, that's what Scout24 has been really good at for a decade now, over a decade. So we help you with online marketing, we help you with link building, search engine optimizing. And doing that, we have a really hands-on approach, so we take you to the expert, which is sitting in this or this tower, and we take you through these people and really give you like insights from an online business, how it works. Yeah, that's it. Talk to me later if you have an awesome idea or if you want to be involved with Use Now somewhere. And I'm happy to have you here, Ralf. And let's enjoy this Lean Startup event.
Okay, as you know, Lean Startup is all about failing. So everyone who's been here before knows we fail early and we fail often, because what we're trying to do every time is we're trying to have speed, and we're trying to everyone participating introducing himself with a name and 3 hashtags. So to give you an example, you just say Ralf, straightforward products, lean startup, customer development, as an example. So the name and up to 3 hashtags. That's it. No stories. If everyone starts to tell, and let's test it. Hey, my name is Ralf and I'm from Munich. Right, yeah, cool crowd. Okay, so, and we're pulled, we're not pushed. So I'm not going to point at someone, I'm just going to start. So I'm Ralf. Hashtags are straightforward products, lean startup, and basketball.
Lena, you is now.
Ooh.
Chris, agile coach and fun.
Manuel, agile, lean startup, rock climbing.
Levin, semantic tagging, automatic text discovery, and 3D printing.
Impressed.
Online startup.
Christoph, coupons, lean startup, running.
Heiko, social fairies, investor, pizza.
Niels, agile, innovation, Baltic.
Mel, lean e-commerce.
Andreas, software as a service investor.
Max, Hello. Hello. Max, curated shopping, business development.
I'm Chris, food, startup and wakeboarding.
Saliha, software development, and really new in building for new startups.
Siva.
Come on.
Siva, learner, starting and online.
Chris, contextual-based advertising and climbing.
Katja, sports, new startup.
Alex, mobile, outdoor advertising.
Chris, entrepreneur, consultant and e-commerce.
Andre, BizDev afterburner, philosopher,
and startup. Martin, the strategy web, Lancelot, international business development.
Alex, lean, agile and consulting.
Yes, Max, mobile apps, lean startup.
Daniel, entrepreneur, investor, matchmaking.
Gabor, B2B, online, inspiring, Gabor.
Peter, gamification, engagement, and knowledge management.
Dominic, software development, Gibbons 5, and recommendations.
Moritz, agile, development, sports.
Christoph, VNG, Node.js, snowboard.
Will, London, legal, pretty surprised.
Yeah.
Johannes, start small, stay small, and philosopher.
Jan, software development, expert, and
Roland, professional designer, product design, graphical design.
George, employed, global purchasing and master student.
André, iFinance, Vorsorgekampagne, financial services.
David, iFinance, online fairness.
Michael, Friend Scout, lean, no startup.
Tobias, die Produktmacher, Number Lover and Mincemeat Vegetarian.
Gosha, Friend Scout, Product Management, Biking.
Fabian, die Produktmacher, Consulting, Lean Analytics.
Camilla, product management, user experience, customer development.
Volker, e-commerce, product data management, entrepreneur.
Anna, customer development, project management, social media.
Roman, idea, thinking, strategy.
Florian, quantified self, behavioral change, and that's it.
David, IDO, persuasive design, and cycling.
Thorsten, Rails, web development, and freelancer.
Here's something new. Chris, young, wild, and cool stuff for your love life. For me, it's not me.
Johannes, looking for developer.
Heiko? Ich war schon dran. Gerhard, TNG, software development, Atlassian user group. And I'm taking a little bit of videotaping. If you don't want to have the beginning in the video, just tell me and I will cut it out.
Alright, thank you very much. If you want us to let us know more about you than just the hashtags, we have a networking wall outside, so feel free to grab a pen or pin your business card, whatever.
Okay, so afterwards just check the wall and you'll find people offering things, looking for things. Maybe you have a match tonight, maybe you do some business tonight. Okay, I think it's been 3 months ago when this young man was telling me, hey, you know, we really did something cool. We did an experiment ourselves, so we're a consulting company, and for 1 month we tried Lean Startup. And I was really confused. I was actually kind of pretty incorrect in my response, because I said, come on, that's stupid. You're not doing business and you're doing a bit of Lean startup? What does it make any sense? So I thought, afterwards I thought, and next morning I said, hey Christian, sorry for my response, it was pretty impulsive, but it's really interesting. I mean, what's going to happen? Because before we saw Lean Startup Machine, we would have thought that talking to a few people wouldn't make such a big difference, right? So I was thinking, okay, let's have a look. What did these guys try, and what did they learn? I guess it will be pretty interesting to see. So, a warm welcome to Manuel and Christian from it-agile, and let's go. Okay.
Sorry, my phone's ringing.
Oh, hey,
yeah.
hello. Hey, Chris, here's Manuel.
Ah, hi, Manuel. Hey, how are you?
Well, you know, you've read that book from Eric Ries as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I read it last week. It's awesome, pretty awesome.
Yeah, it sounds all great in theory, but you know, I'm wondering how it holds up.
Yeah, I think, what do you think about having an experiment in order to try it out, to just do it?
That's pretty beta, I like that. So
do you
how
think it's
about,
positive?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, good.
How about we put it on the wiki and see who likes it, and then we try it out.
Oh, yeah, cool. We can collect some ideas what we want to produce.
Definitely, we get together a few ideas what we could build. And
Okay.
We'll do it.
Yeah, and let's put this text on the wiki. I prepared it, a vision for the startup march. Yeah, to allow our consultants to experience what is Lean Startup in a month. They get the investment of the company, and they will do it.
Sounds great. Well, do you want to put that online and then we call each other again around Christmas time?
Yeah, that's great. Then you can decide about the location, because I think we don't want to do it in our office.
No,
Actually, we don't have.
No, definitely should go away somewhere isolated.
Yeah, it's better. Yeah, great.
All right, cool. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, bye.
It was very cool.
So, it's snowing now, it's Christmas. You can imagine it's outside. So, Chris, there's 7 people signed up on the wiki.
Great, yeah, we have a team now.
I think we should do it.
Yeah.
There's been already a few ideas, and I like this one best. It says how to solve online, or how to create better online discussions.
Yeah.
Because we do that a lot.
Yeah, we have a real problem here, and we all are involved, and we can find better solutions for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I have a great idea too. You know, since a lot of the people who want to participate live in Geesthacht.
Yeah.
We should do it
Beautiful
there.
city of Geesthacht.
I mean, it can't be any more isolated than Geesthacht.
Yeah. it's pretty far away from Hamburg, so yeah.
Pretty
it's
far
the best
away from
place.
anywhere.
Yeah, it's good. End of the world.
Yeah. How about we do it in March, and we call it Startup March.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, let's do it. Startup March.
That also gives everyone enough time to clear their schedule, you know,
great,
put in
yeah.
the auto-respond in their emails, and we just get on and do it.
Get it launched, we put it in the wiki and fire it up.
All right. Then I'll see you 1st of March in Easton.
Yeah. Woo.
All right, Chris. Today, first day of Startup March.
Yeah, great.
So,
Nice.
how do we start?
Yeah, so we have our topic, we have online discussions. So let's look into...
Can we actually move that side?
Maybe it's
Yeah, we'll just leave it over here.
Great.
Awesome. All right, so what's the problem here?
Yeah, I think, so the problem is we have email discussions, we have German discussions, and it's totally confusing. We have long email threads, and don't know when to get into this discussion. Where's it going? Can't see anything.
Yeah, it seems like there's all. I mean, it's pretty polarizing. People are just re-argumenting their arguments, and we never get to any conclusion.
Yeah, and most of the time you only have 1 or 2 or 3 people discussing with each other. The other can't follow and get off the discussion.
Yeah, lots of people drop out.
Yeah, you don't know if it's still active or.
Yeah, so why don't we just take as a scenario the discussion that was online last week about the locks on your iPhones. We should analyze that.
Yeah,
because that
we
didn't
can
work that
look
great.
into this.
So, who are we solving this problem for? Who's our customer segment?
Yeah, first of all, it's our company, so we have
Yeah.
lots of online discussions with distribution. So we solve the primary problem.
Yeah.
But there
Who
may
else
be
is
others.
there?
Yeah.
Might be, I don't know, open source projects. They have distribution and they're distributed.
Yeah, and the guys from mobile DE.
Yeah.
The problems too.
All right.
Well,
there's a few
customers. Yeah, we have customers with distributed team.
All right, we should have a vision.
Yeah.
You know, true north, maybe somewhere where we never get to, but something that guides us.
So solving discussions online better than face to face.
Oh, that would be pretty amazing.
That would be great.
All right, that sounds good. We'll take that. All right, let's jot down all our assumptions that we have about online discussions.
Great.
And then
switch off.
We'll see what we get. All right, we'll write them all down and put on some yellow stickies, what we think might be the solutions. And, well, where do we start?
I don't know. I think we should have it dot voting.
All right, we'll do some dot voting. And, all right, it seems like having categories might be pretty helpful for discussions. You know,
you can identify what you're proposing.
Exactly. Well, often in the answers of people, they mix up their opinion, they mix up facts, they mix up thesis, and it's all too difficult to divide.
Yeah, you're right. Let's do a first test.
But there's a second one that seems pretty cool. That is, you know, just knowing who's still discussing. That would be awesome.
So to see how many people are still following their
exactly, because so many times people just drop out and you don't know. At the end, it's just 2 people discussing.
And it would be great
to
see if the people are distracted from this conversation or what the energy is. Yeah,
that sounds good. All right, so what are the alternatives? What are people using? We already said it: email, Yammer. So I'll say we do a first experiment, which is categories. Our assumption is categories help with discussions. So let's build an MVP that has pretty much a forum, and where you can choose a category, where you have to choose a category, but you can also choose no category, so we see if people don't like to use it.
Yeah, it's great. We have some to-dos, and let's hack them in our program.
All right,
come on. So let's
do it.
Get to it. Wow, yeah.
All right. I mean, it looks pretty shady, but it's only been 1 day, so it seems okay.
Yeah. Live on the
second day.
On the second day. It's
great. Yeah. All right. We'll put that online, and it's Friday, so we'll have a weekend, and then we'll see on Monday.
Yeah,
it
we
should be
a million users, so we have to.
Certainly. All right. Good. All right, Chris, how was the weekend?
Awesome. I can't wait to look in our tools to see how many customers we have now.
Yeah, I mean, we collected all this data. Let's have a look at it.
Yeah. Do you have the app with our data?
Yeah.
That I can draw the.
Yeah, it's already there.
Maybe here, over here.
No, it's more like 500 views, and if we look at the started discussions, there's only a few, and all of them are more like test.
Okay. Well, yeah, but it's pretty awesome, man. We have some users, so maybe we can do more in order to get more users.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of expected more. I really thought, people would start lots of discussions online. I mean, after all, categories would help so much. Why don't they get it?
Yeah, we only need more users then, so let's have some advertising and new features. Maybe we need a different channel in order to get the people now.
All right, well, maybe we have to
explain maybe.
Yeah, I think we have to explain how it works.
Don't know discussion online.
Lower the friction to entry.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do that. So we extend the experiment, right?
Yeah.
Seems like a sensible thing to do. All right.
That's it.
How about we also then start working on that second idea of ours, the mood, to collect the mood of who's starting the discussion.
That's a good idea because we have 2 or 3 people getting distracted there, and maybe they can build that.
All right. They should do that in a separate app, though.
Yeah,
I don't want them to influence the current experiment.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Let's get to it.
Yeah.
What you're supposed to do. Certainly that will get people to start discussions.
Yeah, right.
So what do you do? What the other teams get to?
So we have the disco meter, and we have the name is also right. And we have different colors to identify the mood of the people participating in the discussion, and we also added that I want to stop the discussion right now, so we can see when they're checking out.
That seems good. So you can see when people drop out.
Yeah. Yeah. So then let's have a look on the data again. We should have millions of users now.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, it's not really more than last time. Sorry. No, it's more like
still there.
Yeah, down there.
No.
Yeah.
But a bit more.
Well, maybe a bit, but really, it's not much fun. And a few people started discussions. It's all people we know, but at least people started using it. So.
Yeah, it's great. Maybe we have to see what they're discussing, and maybe we can analyze it in order to figure out what they really need.
Yeah, let's have a look how one of those discussions went, and then see maybe where people drop out, where people stop using it, and where we can help further discussion.
We had the discussion from Ilya about the ground rules. We discussed it. It was pretty. Many people are participating, and it was really long. Maybe they give some insights, right?
Yeah, let's have a look at that. Yeah. You know what? We called the whole thing discuss to decide.com, but really
the discussion there. Right?
That's right. So maybe we should do something about the deciding part now.
Yeah, that's great. And so there are different models we can use. So we have to decide what model our program want to
Yeah, there's the, you know, I've seen this same different practice where you show what's the same, or what do you already agree on, and what's really the parts we disagree on. And usually there is enough things to make a smaller decision, and then leave the hard parts for sometime else. So maybe you don't need them anymore.
Or we can use the grow model. They have the exploration phase and the growing zone, and then you converge to a certain solution.
It sounds great too. Seems much harder to implement. Well, maybe we start with the easy, same, different view, because we can already do that with the agree, disagree.
It's a simple solution. The other, it's harder to get to. Yeah, that's good.
All right. All right, let's get to it then.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Can we do that? Because wouldn't that interfere with the other experiments we already have running?
I don't know on which experiment we are working now.
Well, we already started those other three experiments.
We have the other and the discometer on the test.
Yeah, I really lost sight of what we're doing right now. Maybe we should put that on board.
Board.
Yeah, board always.
Board. Always have posters on board.
So, how about we have columns for what we still want to do, what we still need to learn, which experiments are in progress, and then what we have learned, which is still empty. And then open ends. Yeah.
Or maybe it's fallen down.
No, I think we really haven't learned anything yet.
Yeah, and we have the possibility to limit our work in progress here, or experiments in progress.
Yeah, we should
so
definitely
only
do
focus
that.
on one, and then validate it, and then come back.
Yeah, but you know, it's really hard to learn from the data we get. There's not enough.
Yeah, 50 users is not so.
More. Yeah.
More users.
Maybe we need to start interviews. You know how Steve Blank said it. Get out of the building. Maybe we
have to go out.
Yeah.
No.
I thought we collect data and it would tell us everything, but it appears that in the beginning we have to talk to people. I don't know another solution now.
Yeah, you're right. It's so easy to set inside, but going out, really hard. But yeah, let's do it. It's an experiment.
All right, let's shut down a few names, and then we just start visiting them.
I know some people I can ask directly, and maybe you know some too?
Yeah.
Write it down just so then we can interview them.
All right, so you interview those, I interview these.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah. Wow!
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
So Chris, how did it go? I mean, I got tons of data.
Tons of feedback here. It's really great.
We did it all wrong.
Yeah, we have to start over again. And,
how about we put all that on the wall?
Let's cluster it. Let's put it on the wall.
Alright, here it is.
Correct.
So there's a lot of areas. Great thing we came to this conclusion 2/3 in. There's really not that much time left. What do we still want to work on?
Yeah, we have to focus again here on one thing, and then do it because only some days left for the experiment.
Yeah.
And we want to try it out how it is with interacting with the user, guiding out, getting feedback early.
But from now on, when we build something, we show it to users early and sit with them and see what they think.
Not look into the data or trying to get 100 people there.
It's just not working.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to it. looks better now. So
Great. Awesome.
here we've got, they do. So here we've got the start page. We're explaining what an online discussion looks like and how we can help. And there's more details down there.
And we have the beautiful tree view here for our discussion to structure it with the feedback there.
Yeah, but some people also want it in a timeline because the tree view doesn't work for them. And we've got the same different view and all the proposals view.
Yeah, that's great. Awesome.
Doesn't seem too shabby.
Yeah, great.
You can also see on the side here we're still discussing. Which is
yeah, great.
all right.
I'm really happy we did this experiment.
Yeah.
Great.
It's the last day already. Wow.
So let's
gone
look
quick.
into it. Let's do a quick retrospective on what have we learned.
Yeah, definitely. When we do that next time, we should do a few things different. We'll give some hints to the next guys who want to try it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I think what we should do again, the way we did it, is that we don't have a PO person. I mean, the PO role was still there, the product owner.
But everyone had it.
Yeah, it was distributed, and that was good, I think.
It's great, and you couldn't have done it with one bottleneck there. So if you focus, channel everything through one person, it wouldn't probably
Yeah, and I think we would have had those discussions among the team anyway, because we changed directions so many times.
Yeah.
We really needed those quick 3 or 4 sync meetings throughout the day.
Yeah, right. But we should do a rotating moderation there. I don't think if we needed a Scrum Master or something like that, but moderation would help us a lot.
Yeah, maybe we dragged on for too long on some of the discussions. Yeah. But what I really liked as a techie, you know, continuous deployment, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Deploying 15 times a day, that was pretty cool. Pretty sure when I go back to my insurance project on Monday, they still won't have deployed what I wrote in February.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
So this felt
really awesome.
This felt great. Just getting feedback from users right away, not half a year down the track.
And I definitely like the co-location. So GESA, yeah, okay, no, it's not such a great
Yeah, it was a
city,
hassle to come out here, but it was great sitting together and
having
working on
people
it.
there.
Remember that one day that I tried to work from home for a half day? That was a disaster.
Working from home, you didn't know anything what we discussed.
No, I mean,
before.
we did some Skyping, but it just didn't work.
No, definitely not.
Well, you know, though, next time we should have more design knowledge on the team. I don't know if it has to be. Well, this time we just had one designer.
Yeah. Only one was like a bottleneck there.
Yeah, all the time, because really developing the user experience was more of a design task than technical task.
Yeah, and you know the first version it was ugly. It was not ready. So
No,
I think we should have released only ready features, so even design ready.
Yeah, they can be minimal from a feature perspective, but really they should look okay.
Should look sexy. It's not the ticket sexy.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
and certainly next time we need to talk to users more early.
Yeah, go out early. Go out and talk to the users. Right? We should have done it.
Yeah.
Right from the start.
That's right. All right. That sums it up. Are there any questions?
Guys, at first I want to give you a feedback. I don't know, was it the first time you presented? It was awesome, really great. Your roleplay was such interesting. Because for me it felt a little like I follow you the way you developed on this startup, this project. This was pretty cool. And for me, yeah, I learned something from your mistakes, and that is what makes this so great. And yeah, I hope to see you again on the next meeting. And yeah, it was really great. You can be proud.
Great.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
You posted all that in the beginning on the wiki. It was your company's wiki.
Yeah, the company's
oh,
wiki.
Okay. So you knew all the 5 other people already?
Okay. it-agile colleagues.
Okay, I see. Okay, so that
wasn't clear, obviously.
It was not a flash mob action.
No.
Who wants
that would have been even cooler. No, actually, we did think about including external people, but in the end, we didn't do it. I don't think we even asked anyone else.
Okay.
But there was the idea of asking, people we know well if they want to join.
Okay.
But we already had 7 people, so.
Okay. Next time you only ask designers extra.
Certainly.
My question is, how many people did you talk to in the end when you made your interviews, and what did you ask them?
Wow. So this was March 2012. It's already been a year ago, but must have been around 20. So we had a limited time, but there was 7 of us, and I'm pretty sure at least everyone talked to 2 people. So it should have been around.
So what did you ask them?
Well, we already had an MVP by then, so we basically let them use the MVP, looking over their shoulder, and then writing down what they did and what was not obvious to them, what we thought they should do. And then we talked to them also what pain points they have with just discussing in general, or coming to a decision in a group. What other tools they use, what they like about them, stuff like that.
So what kind of people were that? Were that like people in companies or were that?
Yeah. We started with people we know. It was even a few people from it-agile, but mostly former customers or other people we work with. So that's the easiest way to find people to interview, because people you know already. It is pretty hard to find people you don't know in a short time frame that are willing to give you half an hour of their time to talk to you.
Well, so you didn't talk to like strangers, asking them if the idea was something they would probably use, like the whole idea of it?
Yeah. No, we already narrowed it down from the list of people we wanted to interview, because it was, the tool is very specific for a group of people that is distributed but has to come to a decision online or somehow by phone or whatever. And just talk to random people on the street, it's hard to find those that are really applicable to that. So we chose that, since it was 21st of March, when we started doing that we need people now, we need to talk to people today, so we picked people we knew. But I agree, in general you would try to find people that you don't know, because friends don't like to tell you that you play recycling. Even strangers. Even strangers don't. No one likes to be the bearer of bad news. No one. So it's always about reading between the lines anyway. Yeah.
Did you use your discussion tool to discuss your product with your?
Oh yes, we did.
So how was the result?
Yeah, that was frustrating.
Is it still online?
It is still online, but we'll take it down. Because
no one won't be associated with it anymore.
No, that's not the problem, but no one's working on it anymore. It's kind of just sitting there, vegetating, so we'll probably take it down.
And it is still not proven that we can solve discussing better than face-to-face.
They actually improved it, because 7 people were actually applying for the project, and we're picking it as the best solution, and after that we're not using it themselves, right?
Yeah.
Not only with customers, but even the team did not, right? So it's always eat your own dog food.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot what you actually question.
I was just asking to use your product to discuss, because that would be probably the easiest way to get the feedback quite fast.
Well, there's, for instance, when there is one very basic feature that you would want in such a tool, and that is real time. So you need push from the server on the clients, and we haven't implemented that yet.
Okay.
And so you type something there, and you sit there, and just don't want to discuss it. And then you write something else, and all of a sudden there's a few answers there. Whoa. Oh, I had to refresh. That's dumb. So, I mean, that would be the next obvious feature we would have to implement, but we never got to it.
There was another question.
Someone else.
About the product owner, you said you wouldn't have a singular product owner, but isn't it also very hard, because then you discuss everything and there's nobody to decide, or how did it work?
That's why you need a moderator.
Okay.
We had this problem that we...
But how did you decide then? Was it everybody could just dot again, or?
Yeah. Well, we came to decisions within the group. I think there is a connection to, where you are on a spectrum of innovation. If you're somewhere where you just implementing new features, it's okay to have one product owner that says, all right, we'll build this, and then the team builds it. But if you're still figuring out what the product's supposed to be, I think you need that discussion within the team anyway, where it's more helpful than having one person trying to figure it out.
So from a product success perspective, how do you actually consider your last iteration be successful or be a fail? From the progress you just described, I did actually miss the KPI definition when it's time to pivot or when it's time to persevere. What would you consider after the investment of a month your product to be a success overall, or is it not being skeptic, but just trying to understand how you actually decided?
Well, so further on, I would say what we tried in the beginning to measure actual usage. You start out by measuring a baseline, and then you just see if you improve on the different events that you're measuring. So if you think of the events as a funnel that you want to get people go through, like for us that would be people post, and then the last one would be they finally come to a decision, and you see where you lose people. So to improve those would be the way to go. I think in the beginning it's all gut feeling. You talk to people, and if they like it more, then you're on the right track. If they like it less, then you're not. But I don't think there is that data-driven way that I would prefer to in the beginning. You have to talk to people and make decisions by what people say.
Well, actually, just one question. Did you have kind of, if two people actually liked your discussion tool, then you're on the right track? Or was it really based on gut feeling? If you talk to 10 people and one out of them actually liked it, you were on the right track? It's a bit of really based off gut feeling instead of kind of validated learning, where you have your measurements and you...
I mean, we would set ourselves targets where we say, all right, we interview 10 people and 8 out of them should like it, otherwise it's a failure. Something like that.
So, what do you think if you, for example, would have been taking in some more design for at the start, and went out to the people not with a piece of software, but actually with, say, some pieces of paper and scribbled or whatever, and would have talked to them? Do you think that would have worked better?
Definitely.
Okay.
Starting coding on the first day was probably the biggest mistake we did.
Yeah. Thanks for taking it offline. That gives me the problem that I'm back to the yellow post-its. That's horrible. But is there actually, did you ever do competitive analysis before you started the project? Because I have that thing in mind. It reminds me very much of Google Wave. And even Google shut it down, so you had the same idea like Google, probably, you're geniuses. But did you do a due diligence on competition before, and why they flunked or why they developed stuff like that?
Well, we are part of our own target group, so we have that issue. So we're constantly on the lookout of finding a better tool to discuss online. So we basically do that all the time.
Question, why do you think that discussion leads to decision?
I don't know. Discussion doesn't lead to the decision, but to clarity. And only when you have clarity, you can decide on.
Well, I thought build, measure, learn leads to decision.
Well,
maybe you need to discuss the measurements.
No, to come back, I mean, obviously not every discussion has to come to a decision.
Well, the funny thing is, if you introduce lean startup as a method in enterprises, for example, the first thing you're trying to get rid of is discussions. You see, usually all the important people, the vice presidents, they protect their areas, and they try to use their power to convince each other in discussions, right? So the first thing you're trying to do with lean startup is you're trying to get to data and experiments and try to find out what is the quickest way not to decide, but to measure and to learn. What is the cheapest way? So it's kind of funny that it's actually discussed to decide as the project to inspect lean startup. That's it. I loved it. I really loved it. I have one other question, and that is, what other people practicing lean startup did you ask about what else could be learned from that experiment? Because I understand you've been trying lean startup yourself, and after that, from the understanding you had of lean startup, you went forward, which I loved. Just do it, try it, and learn. That's so cool. I mean, it was March last year. If you have been talking to anyone here in Munich last year, March, about lean startup, wow, you're really cutting edge with that, right? But still, from a perspective now, the lessons you learned could be much more. And to me, it seems that they haven't been talking to so many people. So maybe it's worth having a feedback session with other people doing lean startup. Yeah. Because I know that guy with the blue shirt over there would say, hey, you didn't do any problem validation.
Any what, sorry?
Problem validation. Well, you had these 7 people, but after that, you were quickly rushing a solution. and you were stuck to that solution, right? So I didn't see that in your learning. So I guess it would be. I love the experiment, and there would be so much to talk about. And I would be participating any time.
We know that from when you think about it, you know, validate your problem, that problem really exists, then see if the solution you have in mind works, and then start building a product and see if that is really the best product for the solution. I know we jumped right to that third part.
Which is cool. Just start, get started, try something. Yeah, I love it.
And I mean, we have tried out lean startup internally before this, but what we really wanted to try out is what does it feel to actually be a startup. It was always in our environment where we would create services for other customers and stuff. But what is it like to actually build a product we didn't know? That's what we wanted to try out.
Very cool. Other question?
I had a question. Yeah. I just want to know, now it's over a year later, what would you say, what you learned now after a year? Not the things which you had here on your flip chart, what would you change now if you start a new startup or a new startup March maybe?
So one of my biggest problems in the very beginning was that it feels really good to just build something. Like when I build a feature, and it's done, I know I made progress. I have that feeling of I achieved something.
But in Lean Startup, that takes all that away, because learning all of a sudden becomes the metric of progress. But learning is so intangible. So you do all those things throughout the day, and then you go home and, did I really make progress today? I don't know. And for me, that tool that can measure that is now a business model canvas, where I can turn assumptions into facts, and that is for me now that tool that gives me certainty that I actually walking in the right direction. So I would definitely start using that, which we didn't. There's probably a million other things I can't think of right now. So certainly, as the year passed on, there's tons of things that I would now do differently.
And for me, it's also what we did is to ask people about feedback to our product actually, and not focusing so much on their
the needs.
Not focusing on their needs, because we just asked them, is it useful? Can you use it? What do you think is the feedback? What else are you using? And not what you really want to do with that, or what you need then. And I would focus more on this part in the interviews.
So, I assume it-agile did not do this entirely as an incentive to you, giving you 1 month's time to play a little bit with the Lean Startup concept. So actually, what are they going to do with it? How are they going to use your results, or how do they going to apply that Lean Startup concept in their company? Any idea?
Actually, the financing was done half by the employees, so they could invest their slack time into the project, and the other half came directly from it-agile.
It was half slack time and half holiday. So we took,
holiday.
We took 10 days of holidays and half days of slack time. Yeah. Okay. So it was in the slack time. So we have a Slack model where everyone gets a certain amount of days in a year to basically do whatever they want.
I see.
So everyone was allowed to invest 10 days of that, and then the rest holidays.
Oh, okay.
And then we said, you know, if this takes off, which it certainly will, the participants get 49%, and it-agile keeps 51%.
Okay, this was your initiative.
Yeah. It was not it-agile saying, all right, we need to try out Lean Startup.
Are they going to pick it up?
It's
in some way.
Yeah, we do. I mean, that's the task of everyone who participated, or generally everyone working within it-agile to use that knowledge. And we do Lean Startup coaching today for customers. So that was, I don't want to say paid off, but we're certainly making money with it.
Okay, thanks much for a very inspiring presentation, and I loved it because it's the first fail story actually, right? You fail, and no one comes in here and is willing to tell, hey, I failed and this is what I learned, which should happen much more often. And really your style of presentation was very, very vivid. Thanks much for that, and I guess you guys will be around for some more time, so anyone who's still having a question?
Hang on, we have one more
sorry.
thing, you know. With getting out of the building and that stuff, it's really hard to talk to strangers.
Yay.
So we have a little task for you. Now in the break, you need to find someone that you don't know yet and talk to them about your most important insight of this presentation. With that, I'll ask you to get someone in.
Right, some more. Okay, for today that's the only presentation, so we are going to have some more beer and networking. And don't forget, next Lean Startup Meetup is of course last Thursday next month. You're going to have a new save the date soon in your inbox. Thanks much.